Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 21st, and we're going to go over the answers for problem 823, day one of negative exponents. So first problem, we had quick review, 2 to the third times 2 to the fourth. So we're going to write 2 times 2 times 2 for 2 to the third times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 for 2 to the fourth, which ultimately equals 2 to the seventh power. Second one, we have 2 to the eighth. So we're going to write 2 times itself 8 times in our numerator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 2 to the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to create our giant ones. We'll be able to do that 5 times. And we are left with 2 to the third power. And then the last one, we have 5x squared, which is 5xx. And we're going to take that and cube it. So we have 5xx 2 and 3 times. Remember, the x squared, that 2 is only on the x. It's not right next to the 5. The 3 exponent is on the parentheses, so everything in the parentheses is to the third power. We could actually rewrite this 5 times 5 times 5 because it's all just one big multiplication, and multiplication is commutative, meaning we can change the order, and then we can do all of our x squareds, and you will see we get 5 to the third power, x to the sixth power. If you prefer to multiply out 5 to the third power, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125, x to the sixth. Going to number 76, we have a partial table that you had in your worksheet. So if we look at the first column, we have a common base of 2, but the exponent goes down by 1 every time. So our exponent decreases by 1. If we look at the second column, we have 3 factors of 2, 2 factors of 2. This should only be 1 factor of 2. Then we have no factors of 2. But we always have, with every single problem, a common factor of 1. So I'm going to continue to put in that factor of 1. 1 is a factor of everything. So if we have no factors of 2, we don't put any factors of 2, but we still have 1. Here, instead of multiplying by 2 one time, we're actually going to divide by 2 one time. So we're going to put divide by 2. And 2 to the negative 2, we're going to do 1 divided by 2 twice. And 2 to the negative 3 is going to be 1 divided by 2 3 times. We could actually rewrite those with positive exponents by doing 1 over 2 to the first, 1 over 2 to the second, and 1 over 2 to the third. So the pattern is a little bit more difficult to explain, but you have 1 less factor of 2 in each row. Or you could say you divide by 2 to get to the next row or to get the next value. And when you go to the third column, to get from one number to the next, we are always dividing by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. 1/4 divided by 2 is 1/8. So the third column, you always divide by 2 to get the next number, or to get the next value. Number 77, everything has a factor of 1. 2 to the 0, we still have a factor of 1. We have no factors of 2. And in fact, anything to the power of 0 will always be 1. All right, and the last problem, if we have the number 2.5 times 10 to the negative third, we have to do that one a little bit differently than we do when we have a positive exponent. With a positive exponent, in the example, we had 2.5 times 10 to the fourth. So we take our 2.5, take the decimal, move it 4 places to the right. And if that's where our decimal is going to go, we need to fill in zeros as placeholders. So we get 25,000. For 2.5 times 10 to the negative third, we're still going to write our 2.5, but now instead of moving to the right, we need to move to the left 3 places. So we get 0.0025, which in this case, this is the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. This would read 25 10,000ths. Remember, if you have questions, check in with Mr. Copland or myself during conference hours, 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday.